What's going on, YouTube? Hope everything is good. If you have been following my content recently, you know that at this current moment, I am currently in the process of a move. Isn't moving fun? No, it's really not. It's very stressful and it is time consuming. So I spent a lot of time stacking up content for you guys. This might be one of the more special games you have seen in a very long time. I know I say that a lot, but I say that a lot because I search for a lot of games, okay? I actually haven't even seen the game. The only thing I've seen is the minimap, and there's a lot of context here, and we're going to dive right into it. So in the red is TaToH, top 5 player in the world, incredible personality, and this account says Feudal Voy. I looked it up, and Voy in Spanish apparently means I go. And I know with his Spanish community, he's doing a challenge where he only plays in Feudal Age. You never go to Castle Age, never go to Imp. And his account actually has 34 wins and 1 loss. His account is top 200 and climbing. So he's going to see how far he can go while only playing games in the Feudal Age. So that means his opponent, and this was just the other day, Ares Emin. I'm familiar with this guy from the Voobly days. He's been playing for years. He himself is top, I believe when I just checked, he's like 280th in the world. Keep in mind that probably, and I'm not highballing this, maybe 30 to 50 accounts within the top couple hundred are just repeats of the same people. I'm guilty of it. I have an extra account named Harold. Yeah, it's incredible the level that both these players are at with their accounts, right? So the map is 4 lakes. Emin is playing as the Japanese. This is another aspect of this. He is playing with one of the best civilizations for this map, because this map is normally all about controlling the pawns, and TaToH is Tatars, which I wouldn't consider all that special for this map. They do have the bonus of having 50% more sheep on their, or excuse me, 50% more food on their sheep. And that's cool, but they don't have any bonuses besides the hill bonus, I guess, which might come into play here and give them an edge over the Japanese. One thing to say, I'm going to try and be as transparent with you guys as possible on all this, even though there's a lot I can't say at times. You probably are missing the 1v1 overlay that I've been using for games since March. Long story short, and I've explained this on streams, but I'll say it again, because this will be quite a long game, and you probably want to know. I sponsored the Capture Age team to make that Hidden Cup 3 overlay. It took them like a month and a half, right? And I really wanted it for Hidden Cup, and it has made Hidden Cup and content sends very special on my channel, and I'm very grateful for that. Every single time there's a patch, things break. The previous recorded games no longer work, and in this case, with the Hidden Cup 3 overlay, it breaks every time. And our original game plan was for them, like, sponsor them, and then they'd fix it, you know, and just get a few things sorted each month. And it is becoming increasingly aware that with the patches, improving the game, it's actually making it more difficult for the overlay to be updated each month. So I'm in conversations with them, as well as Microsoft and whatnot, to try and figure out a game plan, because I obviously want you guys to have the overlay when you're watching games. I want to have the overlay as well. So all I can say is, I will keep you updated. We might have to go a few weeks without it. At worst, maybe a few months. We'll see, okay? That's the gist. I don't want to harp on about that too much because we have a game here. TaToH on the left side. Docking. It is 4 lakes, so you better take advantage of one of them. A good work from him, but you'll notice that already Emin has a dock up and 2 fishing ships, soon about to be 3. And that is actually why Emin has the, well, had the villager lead. That was weird. I thought he had a 2-vill lead, and then all of a sudden he doesn't. Now there's 1, and then maybe the villager will make it 2. I'm not sure. Yeah, there it is. TaToH, I'm really wondering how he's going to play this one. I imagine you're talking scouts and archers and spearmen. Just as much population as possible, and then maybe fire galleys too. But what makes this a crazy challenge for TaToH is the water aspect. Because it's easier for Japanese to get the fishing ships out because their lumber camps, mining camps, and mills are cheaper. But also, like, if Blue gets to Castle Age, fire galleys against fire ships, regular demos against demo galleys, or demolition rafts, excuse me. Like, all these things are going to make life so tough for TaToH, and fish is so important. So I just wonder if there's a world where TaToH can control multiple pawns here or he's just going to inevitably lose those and have to pressure land somehow. TaToH here in the red. He sees the barracks from Emin. And then Emin has a 3 on golds, and is actually making militia, so this looks like man-at-arms into archers. I played this guy back in the Feudal Age days. He was way better than me back then. He's a huge forwarder. He loves his towers. And this tells me he's going to send 4 villagers forward to go for some type of a tower. Yup, 3 villagers to stone. What was that? Hello? Wait, is that a bug? Oh my... That's one of the weirdest things I've seen. I guess Blue was trying to sneak a villager to the other pond? And was somehow, like, within TaToH's walls. Did TaToH just let him go? That was really peculiar there. Okay, well, TaToH's gonna have 4 militia. He actually scouted the barracks. So he knows, alright, I need defensive men-at-arms. You have to expect a player like TaToH to get a lead in Feudal Age. Just a matter of if he can keep it, if he can never get castle. So it will be 4 man-at-arms for him, and Blue, his build is just not quite as good. And he's going to have 2. They are Japanese, so they attack faster, and he's fighting with the Vills and the Scout. TaToH's lost 1 already. TaToH close to losing another one, but Blue is going to lose all of his now? Very awkward stuff right here. In the end, fighting with the Vills was the correct move. You don't fight with the Vills, you lose ground. And also a good micro from Blue to run away. TaToH will have to bail, and we cannot attack that villager. On the bright side for TaToH, he did stop the forward from happening. I think the normal thing you'd see here for both is a range follow-up. TaToH already has that, and the archer's on the way. And Blue still has a villager over here. It's almost like he scouted the shoreline, saw that TaToH didn't dock there, now knows that TaToH's docked on this side, and is going to try and sneak a dock, which is the play on 4 lakes. But TaToH spotted that villager. He definitely did. He built an outpost for a reason, and he also has made a galley here to protect himself. Alright, TaToH with a 2 villager lead. Keep in mind the villagers includes fishing ships. Blue is going pretty heavy with eco right now. Adding more fishing ships, adding another lumber camp, added the mill already. Whereas TaToH is a bit later on eco and maybe looking for this villager. You know, Feudal Age all-in from TaToH or no Feudal Age all-in from TaToH, this is going to be pretty freaking sick if Blue can get this range up. I just have a feeling it's going to get denied, though. No! Yeah. What a bummer. Wait a second. Can he force it down? If he clicks non-stop, he might be able to get it. Oh! He's got it. Okay, the range is up. The villager will die. Now, I always talk about my opinion on forward buildings. There's some big problems with forward buildings, but the big thing is, if you're no longer pressuring, that building's useless. If you're no longer in the lead, that building does not help you at home, which is why it's better to build buildings where TaToH is and then pushing out. And so TaToH does the right thing, and actually just wants to build gates around this. Blue will make a single archer. This is super annoying, but he's actually attacking the gate. I noticed he was pop-capped for a second, so... okay. Okay, going for defensive towers. You know, this is quite interesting now, because if he can just play defensive till Castle Age, he should shred TaToH, right? Alright, well, the walls are up. The range I would consider useless. But you could look at it this way. Japanese can afford to throw away a couple hundred wood here or there, because of the cheap mining camps and mills. 400 food in the bank for Blue. And I will call him Blue or Emin. That's okay. Making a range at home now, and a blacksmith so we can get fletching. Tower here protects his woodline and his stone. Tower here protects his gold and his woodline. Tower here protects his berries. Big thing for TaToH is getting the food eco rolling to the point where you can make some scouts at some point, because he's gonna be going for only Feudal Age. How can he break that? He's gonna need scouts with upgrades. But eventually, currently taking all of his deer. Has not even tried to sneak to Blue's Pond yet. This is what TaToH can see. Doesn't have a scout moving around, so can't check everywhere he'd like to. Still adding fishing ships on this one pond. And here being a little bit of a nerd, because Blue does not have armor on the skirm. So TaToH says, okay, I'll take the fight, and thank you very much. I'll take the skirmisher. And oh, another one for free. Both players have gotten pop capped quite a bit at the start. Alright, and TaToH again taking the fight. See, it's 3 pierce armor for the skirms. Archers with fletching have 5 attack. So you can do a lot of damage if the skirmishers don't have armor. Armor and numbers is what you need with skirms. Well, you can get away with half the numbers with that level of pierce armor. But it's only if you have padded archer armor. Which he does not have yet. But here, he cleans up the archers. Good work from TaToH. Blue definitely trying to ease his way to the Castle Age. 1 free pond is enough to take him there. Could diversify a bit with his food eco. It's pretty messy right now. Maybe add some farms. And TaToH building a dock, or has built a dock on the right side. Has all this food. It looks like he wants to go Castle Age. Did I get this wrong? What? What? I thought it was feudal only. Wait a second. This is what I get for not watching it ahead of time. I thought it was feudal only. TaToH, what are you doing? I translated it. I don't understand. I don't understand. He's on his way to Castle Age. Does he have to, can he go to Castle Age for eco upgrades maybe, and then can't get any Castle Age upgrades? Maybe that's it? I mean, he's certainly going to have some insane eco. And great military if he's going to upgrade it, but... Okay, getting scale barding now, wants to place a stable over here. I like how much TaToH can see because of Town Watch, that's good work. By the way, the performance of this wreck is not that great, so my apologies ahead of time. And, okay, now TaToH cancels Castle Age. But why did he do that? Didn't he just forget what account he was playing on? That's weird. Okay, well, I'm glad he canceled it, because then I would have had to re-record all of this. So TaToH will make stables to then go into scouts, which he already got armor upgrades on. Has so much food. Blue is going to go 2 stables of his own. Doesn't have as much food banked, but knights. Knights against Feudal Age units. Normally that knights equals GG. Unless TaToH's going to have spears, unless TaToH's going to have archers. Then it can get a little bit interesting. And then blue could always make siege, right? And blue is not that far behind. Blah, 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 blah. He is not that far behind here. And TaToH is actually getting all these upgrades now. A horse collar for farms, which we'll start adding. Double bidex, which he didn't have already. There must be some set of challenge where TaToH has to delay upgrades or something. Because there's no way he would forget double bidex in a standard game. But maybe he was playing a lot, who knows. Blue actually docking over here. And the water aspect I mentioned is, if he gets water upgrades, he should clear out TaToH's ponds. Here already, he's going to start taking out one of TaToH's fishing ships. Here come the knights. The knights have bloodlines. The knights have armor. With proper micro, and especially taking advantage of TaToH doing more damage on top of hills, TaToH should be able to take out these 2 knights. This archery range is really going to bother me as a caster, because I constantly see it blinking. Only 1,734 more hits until that archery range is gone. And TaToH's population is skyrocketing, but that's because he put 800 food and 200 gold into Feudal Age, instead of investing into Castle Age. Blue is 3 knights. Now, 3 knights should be able to take this fight, I believe. I still just feel like it's going to be so tough for TaToH to break this guy. The way he's built the towers up, already expanding to the 2nd TC. If you're thinking Siege Workshop in red situation, you might be thinking wrong, believe it or not. I think Knights is the right approach. It's just, what can TaToH do with the TaToH bonus of doing more damage when on top of the hills? He has all these scouts in here to soak up the attack from the Knights. A bit of stutter, just because of the patch, my bad, and, or not my bad, but my apologies for something I cannot control. Blue, all things considered, still pretty decent fight, right? Cleared out quite a few archers here. I mean, you could say that that's a good fight for TaToH, because it's Feudal Age against Castle Age, but what are his chances to win this game now that Chain Barding is on the way for Blue? Over here, Blue has actually added some fishing ships. Maybe a bit too early for that. He's going to lose some of those. And TaToH wants to place a tower here. I think if TaToH's going to win this game, Obviously, his KD's not going to be good, right? So he's to create a lot of units. And he just has to hold for... Oh, I don't have the time here. There it is. It's at the top now. 25 minutes. He has to hold till maybe the 50th minute. And have the other wood lines and golds and stones. All resources just denied. Right? He's going to try his best to be annoying and raid blue here. And he's going to get in there with full upgrades on the scout. So expect a few villagers to go down at the very least. I'll show you this after I show you what's going on here. TaToH building the tower, so back to the villagers. TaToH splitting up the scouts on separate villagers. Do you see this? That's not luck. He knows that he needs to get as much damage in as possible. He maybe killed 2 or 3 villagers there. Really hard for me to tell. Too much on my mind right now as blue now makes a siege workshop. Now, I feel like this TC is really important for him. If he has access to stone... he can eventually just drop a castle to take out these towers. He's placing a TC here, and he's doing the right thing to expand, but TaToH's over here. He's going to be swarming. And the scouts will all probably split up and hit different villagers. The archers are here. I think that will be a doubt TC for blue as he arrives with the knights to clear this up, and he will inevitably clean this up. But he's been delayed. TaToH has more eco working for him right now. But doesn't TaToH lose this fight? I think TaToH just gets destroyed here. He does get destroyed here. Honestly, if I'm blue, I just attack the spearmen right away. 5 knights against 3 spearmen, the knight should definitely clear. Now, against this many spearmen, it becomes 4 additional spearmen, then maybe you add some scorpions. So again, correct play. Risky against scouts, but the scouts are out of the picture. I'm just getting pumped now because I know that TaToH's... I know the TaToH's gonna be giving this guy a real challenge. I just saw a picture of the minimap, and that's it. Sorry about the pan over to the right side. TaToH has 1 loss on the account. I've not been following things, so this might be the loss. Also could be an incredible victory. TaToH has so much military, 22 right now. And I think he's slowly gonna try and cockroach. Just be annoying. And deny resources over a course of a very, very long time. I'd love to show you TaToH's economy right now. I can't do that. Because blue might deny this tower. Can't help but feel like while Tatars aren't great for this map, they are great because of the hills. And there are hills all along the center. So having that extra damage when using the hill is really helping TaToH here. See, again, he backs up to the hill. He's doing more damage when fighting on top of the hill. Tatar bonus. 54 eco versus 59, and blue is in the Castle Age. TaToH going for another tower. Now let's look at TaToH's eco. So he has this pond, which he's overfishing. He is still fighting for this pond, so blue has yet to get the Castle Age water upgrades, probably because he's so focused on land. And he has a bunch of farms as well. So 24 food eco for TaToH. And for blue, you're looking at 16. 16 with 3 town centers to produce villagers out of. So that doesn't leave a lot of food for knights. I can't help but feel like he could just take down some of these towers. They're not walled in. Here, TaToH has the military to protect it, but... blue actually going to place his own towers now. And he does have the stone for a castle. TaToH, with so much vision over the map right now, knows exactly what blue's up to, exactly where to be, and now he might have the number of archers, especially with the spearmen here, to fight plus 2 knights. These are knights with maximum defense in Castle Age, and blue takes this fight. I don't think that's a good fight for him. Maybe feeling a bit constricted by all this, and now has to run away from not much of a wood line. Archer range still here, by the way, annoying me. At blue, placing a castle here. That's a good castle because it will shoot this tower and this tower down. Freeing up wood line. Super panicked. And, oh, TaToH also towering here. Sneaky, man. The sneaky Spaniard. 40 population lead, but eco, at least in terms of numbers, even. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're even, though, because TaToH has way less idle time. So yeah, TaToH's not even walling either. You could stonewall if you really wanted to. Not even walling. He's going to live or die by the sword here. Pretty well aware of what Blue's up to on this side. As Blue's just going to make a tower to shoot down TaToH's tower, which is probably the correct play because that's walled in. Really needs to delete these farms, because farmers will... A lot of people don't know this, but farmers will go to farms that are vacant if they finish their farm. And that's exactly what this guy has done. And he's running into the tower. And he's probably going to pay the price for that and die. And you can see that's happened a few times. He's got to delete those farms. But TaToH, being aware of the left side, is going to swing to the right side now with 11 scouts. At this point, Blue's got to be thinking, what is this game? The villagers going down. Villagers going down everywhere. TaToH producing archers out of 3 ranges, spearmen out of 3 barracks, and has the scouts back here, and knows that Blue must need wood somewhere, and finds it. I think the pace of the game is just too much for Blue at the moment. He's defending so many different areas, and he'll pay the price and lose more villagers, as TaToH's just going to walk over here and build another annoying tower. Now, I saw Blue was making samurai, but I think it was just 1. So it's like he deals with 1 area, or even deals with 2 areas, and he has another one to deal with. But Samurai pretty decent against scouts, even without many upgrades. And TaToH, 50 population lead, but 69 villagers for 69 villagers. Just Blue has to get military out that can deal with the amount of numbers that TaToH has working for him here. In fact, he's even gone for man-at-arms, so just so he can clear out the range. And that's just for me as a caster, because I'm sick of seeing that blue dot in the minimap. I don't know about you guys. I'd like to see Blue maybe consider guard tower. It's expensive, but it could be nice. And, oh, TaToH wants to dock here. Oh my goodness, the quick walls. Now, sometimes you can't place the dock when you do this, though. I don't know if he can place the dock there, but if he can, Blue's going to need fire galleys, and he's adding one now. Another castle for him. TaToH has so many military units here, and that's going to clear up that tower and give him access to gold again. Big misplay for Blue not to have the war galley upgrade, which would upgrade his fires. Big mistake, in my opinion. By the way, how many people in comments didn't know that researching war galley upgrades your fires? I've been casting low Feudal Legends for 6 or 7 months now as TaToH. Is that a trap? How did he do that? It is a gate trap. Jagated, boy. But yeah, I've been casting low Elo Legends and becoming more aware that a lot of people do not know that. And I think it's stupid. I think they should call it something else. Like, instead of the War Galley upgrade, it should just be like some generic ship name. And then in the description it says upgrades your Feudal Galleys to War Galleys and upgrades your fire demos to... Or, geez, why can't I think of the names? Demo rafts, excuse me, to demo ships. That's what I think should happen. I'm pushing for that behind the scenes, by the way. But I am curious in your thoughts. 85 military for TaToH. 160 population. Last I checked, he was at 120. And now he's going to try his best to get some docks up here. And I think he will get those docks up. Just because of the annoying little quick walls here. If you didn't know this, if you wall in a villager like this, fire galleys cannot range over the wall and the dock to hit your vill, normally. That's what Blue was trying to do, and TaToH's like, nope. I'm going to make demos and fires there. TaToH is underneath this guy's town center with everything. Too bad he's not Japanese, you know, because he'd have the extra attack on the infantry to help out against the TC. Wow! Blue is completely suffocated here, and now he's getting that upgrade, the War Galley upgrade. But I think he's going to lose this town center. 160 population still for TaToH. Still doing his best over here. Just pressuring there is good for Blue, because, excuse me, good for TaToH, because Blue is completely surrounded. And TaToH is going to take out a town center with Feudal Age units. Not of some pleb player. A player who's top couple hundred in the world. And Japanese on 4 legs. Ridiculous. Now, does TaToH see this? TaToH does see this. Blue sneaking some gold at his base. I'm sure TaToH is very distracted because of everything he's trying to do right now. Blue still trying to think what changes things for him here. I think crossbow... I mean, there's just so many units, right? Like, if he had more units, it'd be fine. Crossbow's not a bad move. He still has resources, like crossbow Mangonel, maybe. TaToH's obviously going to use the archer, excuse me, the scouts to close in on the siege, but if you have maybe 20 crossbows with semi-decent micro, I think you should be quote-unquote fine. Blue's actually added a scorpion here to defend and take out TaToH's villagers, and he is going to keep most of his fishing ships alive there. TaToH 172 pop, still producing, still farming, 37 on food. Surprised he hasn't reacted to this yet, but he's doing so much to be able to maintain this control. Can he finish off the game? Blue's actually running now, which is peculiar because he wasn't spotted before, but he will lose these villagers. I did control this wood line with a town center. So he's got crossbows, he's got 9, he's got knights. Blue's just got to mass his units here. Maybe he's so under pressure he's taking engagements earlier than he should, but... Like here, for example, moving out, I think this is a mistake. Is he gonna go imp? What if he goes imp? What if he just goes imp? Imp could save him. Blue making a ram. He's closing in on the Imperial Age, guys. 81 villagers for him, 85 for TaToH. No one has taken the left pawn yet. That could be good for Blue. Actually, that'd be awful for Blue because TaToH would probably spot the villager going that direction. Wouldn't be the worst idea for TaToH, but I'm sure he's happy with the amount of food income he has. And I believe TaToH's next area of focus is going to be this TC as he swings over Man-at-Arms. That is not the Imperial Age TC for Blue. I believe that is the main TC. Yes, it is. So Blue will make it to the Imperial Age in this game. Blue has got to be so demoralized. Every time he tries to send a ram out here to clear up a freaking tower, he can't do it. I think buying 100 stone would probably be the play in this situation. But you do have this wood line, so just let it happen. Just let it happen, my friend. TaToH even making a stable here and making a little gate for it. Has Man-at-Arms inside the tower and outside the tower to protect it from any siege that might come out later. And Blue's not going to pay attention to that little detail. He's just going to send a ram because he thinks TaToH doesn't have... He's going to think TaToH doesn't have his military there. But TaToH has military everywhere. 108 military. All Feudal Age units. So, if you want to take a math perspective on this, and I understand this is a dangerous angle for me, because math is not my forte, but it comes down to how much better Imp military is than Feudal Age military. As the Mangonels... Oh god, don't kill your own units. Okay. Is Imp military 4 times... he just killed his own units. I knew it was coming. Is it 4 times better than Feudal Age military? If it is, then Blue should be fine. If it's not, and I recognize there's other factors like map control and all that. If it's not, then TaToH still has a bit of a chance here. So I would say Arbalest is 4 times better than everything TaToH is making. So if he can get to 25-30 Arbalest... I think the only thing TaToH's going to have going for him, and this is a big thing, is the map control that he's gained himself. Blue has got to stop these towers from going up, or he's got to be able to take them down. In a position, of course, to make trebuchets now, if he can get the resources. Like, he really is in need of wood lines. This wood line is going to have 3 towers on it in a bit. That is assuming TaToH completes this. TaToH will complete it in garrison. Nice. And send the scouts around. Beautiful. Okay, so 3 towers on the wood line. Now Blue probably wishes he was Saracens, right? So he could somehow take these towers out with Arbalest. There's 1 Trev on the way for Blue. Okay, so I'm thinking TaToH is going to need to snipe that. 26 Arbs against 76 military from TaToH. But TaToH's reinforcing pretty quickly. If you're wondering, TaToH has pretty much stopped producing villagers. It's all about the military right now. Arbalest has 9 damage, 3 pierce armor on the scout. That's 6 damage a hit. Some big damage is coming in. That's a lot of damage. TaToH with the numbers engaging, but TaToH falling behind in the military numbers now, and so TaToH only has 30 more military and 50 more population. Not sure what this is about. I think maybe the walls weren't completed before, so the villagers just automatically built that. TaToH now adding skirmishers, but I feel like skirmishers do so little. TaToH is way behind in the score. Every little engagement counts. He's trying to go for what looks like a surround, but is that even a thing? When Blue has this much military, Blue's like, you messed with the wrong guy. You towered the wrong guy. I'm the king of towers, TaToH. Actually, awful bit of micro from him there. But now he could just patrol up the hill, and I'm sure he's fine. Bit of micro needed, but see how quickly the skirmishers die. Blue has stopped creating villagers, which I think is a mistake, and still hasn't tried to expand to the left, which I mentioned earlier is difficult, because TaToH would see that. But slow and steady wins the race here. TaToH's just hoping to clear out Blue's arbs. He's hoping Blue's not going to have the gold to make any more. In fact, Blue is completely out of gold right now. If he wants to take gold, where could he find it? What the? He'd have to find... What can he see? Wow, he's used so much gold. He could see this gold. He does not see the gold on the left. He does have some stone to mine right now. And he does have guard tower. Something that TaToH can't really deal with. Unless he were to send villagers, or unless he just denies it with the scouts. Blue is going to lose these villagers. I think the tower should go up. It's super close. Maybe not. Misjudged that one. And so did Blue. Here comes the Treb. Again, Blue, the lack of gold hurting him. He can't even afford elite skirm right now. 80 population behind. And while he has more military, he won't have the gold to make more arbalest. If TaToH can just trade against this force, Blue might be starved out of resources. Insane pressure from TaToH with his Feudal Age only challenge. He will take out the Treb. The Treb. He's trebbing down a stable, which looks so bad now. These villagers came out here to finish the tower. That's been battered down. I think this is where it probably hits Blue. I'm actually dead. It's got to hit him now. He sees the score, which for experienced AoE players is going to tell him he's ahead. But in reality, like, this guy does not have a lot of resources. Hold on, I need to send one message real quick that I forgot to send. It's a big deal. Okay. The message was to the person who's delivering my food. I'm really hungry. I've been working on content all day. I'm really hungry. I deserve it. Thumb ring now for Blue, but dude, you have 7 arbalest. Don't tell me TaToH's gonna deny a castle with Feudal Age units. No way, man. He is gonna do it. He has done it. And Blue is going... He's in denial. He's creating villagers. He's like, let's boom, let's boom, let's boom. But he's not sending villagers to any crucial resources. He's outpaced. He is outmatched. I can't believe how successful TaToH's been with this. I mean, not just in this game, but with the account as a whole. As I said, 34 wins and 1 loss is pretty incredible. Now, what's really sad is his gameplay here makes someone who's in the top 250 in the world look like a noob. You know, like the difference between someone at the 200, 250 mark and top 5 is just so evident here. Oh man, and Blue, much like the Lord Doubt would do, is going to try his best to finish this castle, and surely that's going up. It will. Okay. Alright, so he gets the castle up. Maybe a bit of breathing room. Maybe he can take this wood line now. And TaToH doesn't have a real way to take out the castle, that's for sure. We'll just make sure this guy can find my place. Yeah, it's really hard for people to find my door, so I always have issues, and I always forget to tell them ahead of time. So, my mistake. Oh, TaToH finding some extra stone. That'll be helpful. And more than anything, just seeing the left side is huge here. He's got to know blue is nowhere to be found. He doesn't have the relics. Anytime blue tries to take a woodline, TaToH is aware. And props to blue for continuing to try. I mean, I probably would as well. Oh, here he loses villagers. I probably would as well because you see the score. You realize how good your technology is compared to what the opponent's making. But also, you've got to feel so helpless when you're creating vills and sending them to straggler trees, like a low elo legend, straggler trees. Maybe he's got to find another area to push here. Like maybe he can take out these towers. In theory, if he just has food and wood and gets trash upgrades, he could still shred TaToH, right? Like skirmishers, pikemen, especially Japanese pikemen. But you compare 37 on wood, 20 on food for and for blue, and then TaToH has 30 on wood with a lot banked, and then 50 on food. And he does have some gold income. It'd be quite funny, actually, to see TaToH making man-at-arms against Japanese imp skirms and Imperial Age pikemen. Very important to be an imp with those pikemen, too, because they attack faster than Castle Age. We have a scorpion for blue over here. Okay. I have not seen him try to send villagers to the left. He's still working on pushing in the mid, or just stabilizing. I think he is adding a lot of eco as we watch him struggle with the fights. Okay, now going for light cap. Remember, he got +2. Please use auto farm, my friend. Very hectic game. It will help you. Mining camp is getting attacked here as if to taunt him. He's going to get leather archer armor now. That is a Castle Age upgrade. Does have all the attack upgrades. And still... Oh, he's actually producing arbs from this range. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I feel like that could be quite bad if he doesn't mass them before they... Ooh. Yeah, that might be a mistake. We'll see if TaToH spots it though. And blue... You know what? Blue's a classic player. I can tell you he didn't do that intentionally. He's probably toggling like this and then queuing up the units and not realizing where it's being made. Especially because that's his first range, right? So if you go and you're looking at your eco and then you go to your range hotkey, the first archer range pops up. So I believe that that's all something that, while he's trying to be very speedy here, he's forgotten to pay attention to. TaToH losing a few villagers on the left. TaToH will bring over scouts to clean up 5 light cav. Not something you see frequently, but something that will be enough as we near... No, we have now passed the hour mark. TaToH's spearman was doing a little moonwalk there. Blue back up to 26 military. I really thought he was going to resign. But I like it. Light cav? Like cav, get it? Because I like it. Sorry, that was bad. I like cav, as well as the arbs. Just keep the arbs alive, I would say. Very important to keep the arbs alive. And holy scouts from TaToH. TaToH will take out another trebuchet. Just feel like blue's not going to push TaToH back with siege. It's got to be with military numbers, right? Get your military numbers higher. Use the gold for more arbalest. Make the trebs later on. Now... In this case, on the right side, here you might want to camp your trebuchets and take TaToH's towers out, because then you can get your eco freed up, but I don't see blue raiding his way to victory here. Though he is at 100 pop, which he was not at like maybe 10 minutes ago. TaToH maintaining around 90 eco, 80 to 100 military, and blue trying to raid, getting cleared up by skirmishers. Yeah, this back here as well is going to be dealt with. It's almost better for TaToH to leave the range here, if that's going to be a mistake that blue makes, but TaToH doesn't know that blue's doing this by accident. Take out the range and the palisade walls, please, so it doesn't show up on my minimap. Ooh, okay. Blue taking the hill. It's a lot of man-at-arms. I think the man-at-arms do very well against the light cav. Blue just keep the arbs alive. He has 16 of them. Oh no, I lied. He only has 9. I grouped up the light cav with it. And he's going to back away. You can also tell he's a classic player because he doesn't use control groups for his stables. You see how many he has queued up and how random it is? That's because he's like this. This is what his screen looks like if you'd be watching his point of view. Same with the TCs. And, you know, you eventually forget where to set gather points when you're playing like that, which leads to a lot of idols. Obviously, it's a very messy game, too. Who knows what time of day he was playing at. I know he's a Chinese player. And, but the Chinese players, they just have some pretty crazy hours, let's put it that way. At least the full-time guys. MN is not full-time, but some of them play like they are. Like, I know Yo and Vivi regularly stay up till 6 a.m. their time, so they can play with the Europeans. KD, 535 kills for Blue, 264 deaths. You look at that KD and you think, how can he lose? He's still trying. And TaToH's still holding. But the more wood that Blue chops, the less wood he's going to have available to chop. And I think he's just hit that problem. He has 11 on wood. Where are the 11 on wood? They're here. They're getting hit by TaToH's tower. And TaToH's building a tower here just so he can hold the hill. Every single Arbalest he takes out, in this case, every single light cap he takes out is huge for him too, because the Arbalest, while they do cost wood, and that's directly going to be affected by the towers. Light cap costs food, and in order to get food, you need farms. And those farms cost wood. Wood is the most important resource in the game, which is why Force Nothing is the most important map in the game. I'm sure you all would agree. It's like 70% of you guys who were like, yeah, haha, for the meme. And then 30% of you only like my expert games, and you're just like, stop. Sorry. Percentages are probably way off there. But, the game here continues. TaToH, 90 population lead. Blue needs a big attack somewhere, and then he needs eco expansion. And I've been talking about this right-hand side for a while. Oh, okay. He's actually going to go here now. Okay, this... It's not a bad thought. Just get a wood line. But can he secure this wood line? Also does not have +2 attack on the light cav. Could have +4 in total, of course. But I think that's due to the lack of gold. Maybe he could sell some food for gold at some point. Oh man, just imagine the slaughter. He has 80 villagers, but so many of these villagers are running away from this left side now. Blue forced to back up to keep the Arbalest alive. He's still at 9. He's going to add another stable, which I guess he can afford because he chopped those trees. I wonder what the magic number of light cav is against these scouts. 80 HP, 7 base attack, against 65 HP, 3 base attack. Yeah, but then again, base attack's a little bit deceiving because it's 3+2 for a scout in Feudal Age. So I guess it technically 5 base attack. I don't know, light cavs still are way better. I mean, you got the armor aspect as well. Light cav are shredding, man. They're shredding. And Blue has been shredding in most of the attacks that he takes. It's just he does not have the numbers. So overpopulation here, all due to TaToH. This is ridiculous. 28 idols for Blue. That's super deceiving stat for him too, because he's going to look and see his 61 bills. That's bad. But to have 61 bills and 29 idols, that's even worse. He can't take resources. It's starvation nothing. TaToH's not trading effectively as far as the KD is concerned, but he has long-term resources. Now, I did not ask TaToH any specific questions regarding this match, but if he wins this, I can only imagine this is one of the more impressive victories he's had. Because this is against Japanese and a top couple hundred player. And it just made Blue look, or is making Blue look like a worse player than he really is. Blue is really trying hard though. Like, props to him. If I was streaming this right now, I'd say to my chat, I'd say salute to him, because I think many people, not calling out my YouTube audience right now, would have resigned by now. He might not know it's TaToH as well. I mean, maybe if you know it's TaToH, that's a reason to resign earlier. But he's still trying, and now he's getting iron casting. Still hoping to take the wood line, though, and still losing villagers as he travels out there. He will dip below 60 villagers and 100 population. I think we are very close to danger territory now for blue. I mean, we have been there for a while. But I think we're officially at the point where if he loses this next batch of light cap, he cannot make more. I think we're there. Because his farms are all going to start expiring. You see how little food is left from these farms? Yeah, farms are going to start expiring. He's not going to have the wood to reseed farms. So that leaves him with about a dozen and a half light cap, and that's it. And TaToH can make more scouts. He cleared up a bit of raid here. Blue's going to look back to early Castle Age and think, I could have done better to stop TaToH from placing towers. I could have cleared out the towers a little bit earlier, and again, you'll see those farms expire now, as there's a total of 10, now 8 light cap queued, and here comes blue. You know, maybe this is what he has to do. If he can take out these 2 towers, he can take wood. That much is true. But here comes TaToH. Oh no, and TaToH could always build more towers. Oh no, blue. 4,000 score lead. TaToH doesn't care about the castle. He doesn't care about a single thing. He just cares about keeping this guy off wood. Yeah, who cares how many scouts he loses? And blue has to run back to his castle. Alright, he snipes a few villagers from TaToH. TaToH might not be too worried about that. And let's look at the food count now for blue. That TC got shot down by towers, by the way. It's been shot all game. Okay, 20 on food for blue. Starting to hear the farms expire now. Yep. You hear the maracas. The maracas of death. It's kind of weird how the villagers shake the maracas after the farm expires. Never understood that. Good raiding here for blue. Really good raiding. Still trying his best to stay in this game. Again, props to him for continuing to try here. And he's going again! He's going again! How many villagers? 30 villagers. He has 49 total. So most of his eco's out here to take out the towers. And okay, he's actually accomplished it. Cheap lumber camps for the win, by the way. Now, he's in a real dilemma. Does he make a new lumber camp? It's only 50 wood. Does he make a new one, or does he just use the one that's on fire? I think I would make a new one, but maybe you need to save that wood. That's how bad it is. You know what's bad when you have to consider not building a lumber camp with Japanese? TaToH will now probably group up everything on this hill. No reason to be elsewhere. I mean, he has things elsewhere, right? So, a new tower. Can afford to make 2 more. And he will make the next one. Blue is all but out of Arbalest now. These final 3 Arbalest will go down. And I think this might finally be the end. As blue loops the light cap around. He is a stubborn cookie, man. He is a tough nut to crack. Ah, man. So, in an even game, one of the best players to watch, one of the most frustrating players to play against, let me tell you. I've been tower rushed by this guy probably a dozen times back in the Feudal days. And if you get slightly ahead, he never resigns. He always finds a way to come back. Yeah, and he's raiding TaToH currently, but where's he coming for wood? He's coming here. Okay, he's gonna try and take this tower out. I'm almost rooting for him at this point. Go, buddy, go. He's so determined to do this. I can't help but respect him. Feudal Age towers have so little HP. Villagers can take them out. Long distance tree chopping now for blue, and that tower will not go down. Not yet. He's at 72 pop now. Now, he killed 20 villagers from TaToH, and TaToH only has 1 TC to create new villagers from. So, it will take TaToH more time than blue to repop with vills, when they use the food to create villagers, but blue doesn't really have the food. Blue doesn't have the wood. We've talked about this all before. And now blue is going to be at 40 vills. I guess he still has fishing. Oh, even the fish traps are expiring. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, that's bad. Because at least that was protected, right? All of those juicy, juicy fish traps have expired. Blue, just accept it. Oh, no. He doesn't have enough wood for a lumber camp. He's Japanese. He doesn't have enough wood for a freaking lumber camp right now, people. And actually, some of these villagers have wood in their hands, so he should try and drop it off. Oh, God. Here he goes for this tower now. Oh, geez. And Emin gives him the G. He actually gives him the G. Now, for some players, they always say G. For most players, if they say G, it might come with a little bit of salt attached to it. So I'm not sure. Emin might just be a G'er. But what a game from TaToH. Look at the statistics here. 847 kills for Emin. 431 units lost. 2-1 KD for him. A 1-2 KD for TaToH. And TaToH had largest army of 109. Largest army for Emin was 40. You look at the eco, the Feudal Age player. Feudal Age, I go. Feudal, I go. 60,000 food collected. 37,500 wood collected. That was the big one, wasn't it? It was the wood that led to the food. Stone collected, 3,500 there. And also more gold collected. Again, I said it throughout the game. It just... And that's a crazy timeline right there. But, you know, for us watching, what TaToH did just looked so easy. Like, there were a few points where I felt like he might be troubled. It was mainly early Castle Age when Blue was sending units out. And now it's easy for us to say that maybe Blue should have done a few things differently. But my goodness, what a performance from TaToH. And I really hope you enjoyed that. I have this cool idea for a show match. And or just a series, and I'm really curious in your thoughts, YouTube. So please let me know in the comments, and not even just yes or no, but how you think we could maybe optimize this. But this is what my idea is. I want to show you all the differences between the levels of players. So I figured we could start with 800 being the bottom, and I get an 800 elo player to play a 1000 elo player. The 1000 elo player, after that game, we're going to assume the 1000 elo player wins, obviously. The 1000 elo player is then going to play a 1200 elo player. And then the 1200 elo player will likely win. They will play a 1400 elo player. 1400 to 1600. 1600 to 1800, which is around Emin's level. He's higher than that now, I think. 1800 to 2K. 2K to 2K2. Or I guess we might need to round up to 2K3 at that point because the top 10 players are 2K3. The idea being, like, for most of those games, we're going to know who's going to win, but I can show you the difference between the levels. And also, I could use that as a coaching opportunity because if you might be a 1000 elo player or 1200 elo player, you might want to see what the players 200 elo above you do differently. So, I asked you a few questions in this. I'm curious on that, curious on your thoughts on this game, of course. And if TaToH uploaded this to his YouTube channel, it's probably in Espanol, but I will try and find the link for you and put it in the description, okay? I'll do all that for you. The people who are missing my streams right now, I probably miss you to death. I'm going to spend maybe 4 to 7 days getting settled with my move, and there will be a lot of awesome things planned for YouTube, so I'll see you in YouTube videos at least. But wherever you're watching from, thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.